little bit, then I'm gonna mute Kira. I'm gonna put you on mute right now, Kira, and then when you ask for Q&A, that's when I'm gonna open your mic up, Kira.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
All
so
right.
Kira, you are muted.
So let me know when you want to start.
You can go.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the National Urban League Young Professionals Programs Info Session for National Day of Empowerment 2014. I am your program chair, Travis Townsend. We're going to do a quick run through of the program, yada, 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 and then go to Q&A. All right, everybody, good information. So do we have any questions? The floor is open
No
for questions.
questions.
We'll ask a few questions just so we can simulate.
Yeah.
So, for National Day of Empowerment, are there any recommendations on particular panelists that we should include who might have subject matter expertise on this subject?
Absolutely. If you have any local mathematicians, economists, anybody that works in financial industry or business industry that can speak to the impact of student loan debt and sort of the way that it strangles and hampers commerce, consumption, that would be an ideal panelist, as well as obviously individuals who can speak to it directly. You want to personalize any sort of movement that you want to start. So you want to have some anecdotal individuals who can talk about their experience, sort of working hard, doing all the right things, borrowing, buying in a dream, and then sort of talking about the challenges that they face. So you want to have somebody that can personalize the experience. You also might want to have anybody that's if they're government officials who support student loan elimination, have those people at the table.
As far as the approach to these individuals, are there any recommendations that you offer just to level set people's experience in this particular subject? So we might have economists, but have they actually spent time in looking into how student loan debt is a critical issue for this demographic? Might you offer some suggestions on how we can approach those individuals?
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with asking people specifically, have they looked at the issue, and just tell them what your agenda is. And information to the contrary isn't necessarily bad. It's good if you run into somebody who's not supportive, or their detail or their information is not consistent with what we're trying to do. It's good to get that information. Maybe there'll be a good resource just for you guys to contact and understand what you got to address. But I don't think there's anything wrong with telling people, hey, this is what we're looking to do. We need somebody who can speak to it in a supportive manner. Have you looked at this issue? Do you have data that supports sort of our position? And if not, hey, thanks for taking our call or reading our letter or whatever. We'd like to have a discussion, and we might have a debate of the issue on both sides, and maybe you'd be a good candidate for presenting the opposing or the contrasting perspective. And that way, you can keep them in the loop and keep them on board. But you might not want to use them if you're really trying to rally people to support your particular position.
Might you suggest an attractive venue that might really create some additional excitement around the subject that we're addressing?
Yeah, well, I think universities, in a sense that not that they're not lounges or sexy nightclubs or bars or anything like that, but I think really maybe a flagship university auditorium, or maybe a particular nice venue on that campus is a great place to do it. Obviously, you'll be in the midst of sort of where the spending on student loans go. You'll have student loan age or student age people around as context, in addition to the people that you invite. I mean, you're on campus, people are walking around. That's a very good venue. You have your local places of education. So maybe if you have access to a museum, a history museum, or a place where people do learning, they might have a nice reception area or a nice hall that you can get a good group of people to gather and assemble at. those types of things I would say would be ideal. If you can get to a place where there's education and learning taking place, and where you can draw in young people and people who are student aged and student loan qualifications, and right in the midst of that, those are good venues.
All right, I'm gonna stop here because what I was doing was calling in and out the line while you was talking, and I had it muted. So I'm gonna see if it recorded it.
Okay.